Morning. Finally another sunny day on the homestead here. I'm gonna go cut some wood today, but since most of my my normal cut spots are inaccessible due to the snow and ice and mud right now, I gotta go down further down the valley to do my wood cutting for the rest of the season, most likely. I might get lucky. Enough snow might melt. You might get enough dry days and sunny days to melt the snow along the side of the road, and I can go cut some pine and aspen on the Grand Mesa maybe one or two more times before the season is over. My permits expire. I've got a couple of those left, so. But yeah, today I'm tackling an elm tree. So I just got to gather up my saws here. They're all sharpened and ready to go. Put the gas and fuel in here, and then head out to one of my clients' properties, actually, where I landscape. There's a dead tree in the back of her property that I have permission to cut down, so it should yield me a good half cord to a cord of wood. It's a pretty good sized elm tree. A lot of it's going to be too big to split. I'm going to have to let it season a year or two before I can split it, or get a hydraulic splitter, because elm can be a real bitch to split, especially the thick stuff. It's tough wood, but it is good firewood. So doesn't feel like I have a misfire again. Can you hear my exhaust? Well, we'll see. It'll shake the whole fucking transmission and truck. That's fine. It's just cold. It's just a cold engine. I was running around with 7 cylinders for a while. That's crazy. It took me a while to really notice it. I was like, is it just gotta warm up, or is it gonna get, you know, is just something wrong? So, anyway, I'll turn the camera back on in a minute here. I'm gonna gather my shit up and then I'll head on down there. So we'll talk to you guys in a minute. Oh crap, forgot to turn my camera back on. I'm all done cutting. Turns out the tree wasn't dead, unfortunately, but it was definitely had some dead parts on it. So I took all that out. You can tell there was a big ass trunk right there sticking out, hanging over the fence, and unfortunately it's green, which means it's got a season for a year before I can burn it or sell it. So oh well, money in the bank, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and load it up. I fucking did something to my back to fuck it up. My lower back hurts. I don't know if I slipped a disc or something. It just fucking hurts. I did some stretches, but yeah, moving elm can be a bitch. So shit, yeah, I thought this tree was totally dead. Like, I was kind of hoping it would be completely dead and ready to go, but nope, it's green. These elm trees are pretty hard to kill, actually. I mean, they grow everywhere. I mean, you can just see here, this fallow field, this all used to be alfalfa, and now that the elms have just taken over. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and load this shit up. So we'll see what adventures come next. Oh, morning. I'm over here at a client's today, working on the old dog Zebo. And boy, did I get my ass kicked yesterday. On the last segment of the video, I was there working with that elm, and I went to cut one of the large branches down, and it got hung up. So it was over my head. So I went to push on it with both hands, and when I did so, I fucked my back up somehow. I don't know if it was just the position I was standing in, or if I wasn't warmed up. I don't know what I did. I didn't even really strain myself that hard, but whatever I did hurt like fucking hell. I had to drop my chainsaw, drop what I was doing, go lay down and try to stretch it out. And unfortunately, I never could stretch it out. It still fucking hurts right now. I've been in pain all morning. I can barely walk. And I just don't know what it is. You know, it could be a herniated disc, it could be just a simple muscle injury, it could be a kidney infection. I have no idea. All I know is that my entire fucking left hip fucking radiates pain right now, and I'm not feeling good. So anyway, I'm gonna go work on my dog Zebo anyway, which you can see over there in the distance. And there's my bud. This is my working pal here. I don't know whose dog he is, but he's always here with me whenever I come work here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Unfortunately, it looks like my paintbrush is fucking got icicles on it. I hate wintertime. I really fucking hate wintertime. I think part of what aggravated this back injury, is the fact that it is wintertime. And if I'm not walking on slippery ass fucking icy surfaces, I'm trekking through the mud or on crazy frozen rough ass fucking surfaces. And it makes for quite a beating on your hips. It just tears you up if you're out working in that shit all the time. Rough terrain takes a beating on your knees, it takes a beating on your hips, and of course your feet. And right now my hips are just fucking killing me. Oh. Can't really do shit. I'm so fucking worthless today. It's a good thing all I have to do is stain this fucking thing, but even that is going to be a challenge. So I'll catch up with you guys later. I'm going to get to work here. Talk to you then. Well, I was afraid this is going to happen. I get like 90% done with the damn dog Zebo and I run out of stain. So I got to find another gallon of this color stain here. Navajo Red Olympic Maximum Stain. I'm going to put an ad out on Facebook and see if anybody's got any. Because I'd really hate to spend 40 bucks on another gallon. I'm only going to use like a quarter of it. Although I do kind of want to paint that fence over there that I just built as well. But I thought I would come over here and show you all how much got done, which was a decent amount. I got all of the most of the railing. I can see one spot that I fucking missed right there. So, but I started working on the decking itself, and that's as far as I made it, was this step here, and then I ran out of stain. But I have the ceiling done, and that's where most of the stain went, was getting this this part done here. And the reason I stained that is because I wanted it to be consistent. I wanted it to look good. Now, I could have just bought OSB and cut the OSB to put on top of the roof here, because sheet metal is going to go on top of this. But I wanted it to look good from the inside. That's the only reason I did it, and took the time to do it with lattice and stain. And the cool part about this build is it's entirely made out of okay, so like 90% scrap wood. Most of the wood that this is made out of came from an old pergola that was on the property. She had it torn down, and even these posts right here, you can see these used to be here, and over there is another one. Oh, my sunglasses. So I got a little bit of work to do on this thing, but overall I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. This was pretty much put together without any plans at all. I didn't draw I drew a very simple, crude blueprint just to work out the angles and a few other things like that. But other than that, it was just kind of like make it up as you go and get her done. And so it'll look a lot better once it's got the full stain on it. And I'd also like to put lattice on the bottom to keep leaves and other crap from getting underneath it. But looks like I'm gonna have to find some more stain and finish it then. But at least I've got the ceiling done, so I can start installing the sheet metal, which I've got over here. We've got it's all buried under the water, but there's 8 sheets of green, same as the house. got some ridge cap here, and then over inside I've got some edge trim. So it'll be pretty good looking little gazebo when it's all done. So I'm going to take off for today since there's about nothing else I can do. I didn't bring my drill gun or anything like that. So yeah, so that's that. Shit. Sucks that I ran out of stain, but whatever. So anyway, my back still hurts like a motherfucker, but if I keep my mind off of it, it's not so bad. It's basically just when I'm thinking about it or when I fucking move it wrong. But other than that, I'm doing okay. So that's pretty much it for here. So either I'll catch you guys in the next segment or I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.